and we're gonna make mukbang. I'm gonna call this Cooking with Wendy. Let's get started. So I was gonna make this one. I don't really know how to read it, but it should be just mukbang. But I mean, I haven't fixed insomnia yet, so I thought, you know, have a little mukbang, late night snacks. Nobody needs to lose weight. We're all burning in the So I'm here situated on my bed because I am a slob and I'm just gonna eat here. But I finished making the naengmyeon. This is Korean cold noodles and honestly one of my favorite foods to eat. So, you know, eat whatever makes you happy. I love really vinegary foods, so I love this and I can eat this anywhere, everywhere, all the days of the year, and this is like the one food that I will never get sick of. I also have my laptop here because I was watching Netflix, and some meat because I don't know, I like it. And what is this, uncured I don't know, it looks like salami and it tastes like prosciutto, and I'm a fan. Let's try. That's good. I haven't had that in a while. One more bite first. You don't have to watch how you eat just because you're a girl. Don't listen to what society tells you. So we haven't introduced each other. I am Wendy. I am born and raised in New York. I am fully Chinese. My family came from a part in Guangzhou called Taisan, which is basically the country area where all the chickens, the cows, and everything poops. And weirdly enough, walking past garbage sometimes makes me feel nostalgic about the smell of China. It's weird. So I gave a little bit of information on my depression, and I am a psych student, so I feel very strongly about it. And I am also going to be entering graduate school to go into social work, because what I really want to do is work with foster kids and adoption and orphanages or mental health. Really haven't decided where I want to do yet. You know, midlife crisis. I'm really doing this to kind of hold myself accountable. I talked to my therapist and I thought it was a great way to use the social media now to kind of feel like there's someone keeping track of me. and not the FBI. I just wanted to be held accountable for, you know, actually doing the things that my therapist tells me to do and not just once or twice. Like, I used to be an avid gym goer, and then my friends stopped going with me, so it was like, I really hated doing things alone. I absolutely hate doing things alone. And, you know, now I have you, or an imaginary you, and that's okay for me. I think we need some more noodles. Does this ponytail make me look like a fish right now? Alright, so let's talk mental illness. Very glamorous topic, of course. There are so many different types of mental illnesses. The DSM-5, which is the most current book used for identifying mental illnesses and their symptoms, is thick. She real thick. And basically there are so many types of mental illnesses that are possible. There are some that are very common, like depression, anxiety, schizophrenia can be, bipolar, just a lot. Alright, let's talk about depression and anxiety for a second. So I have depression and anxiety, specifically social anxiety. And what depression is basically there's a shortage of serotonin and serotonin neurotransmitters in the brain that kind of fire for my brain to, you know, feel happy. So I'm missing a few of those. They're not missing, it's just not working as well. So, you know, the happy feelings are not going through, and that causes a lot of different symptoms, including shortage of memory, losing and gaining weight. There's the depressed feeling, there's feeling worthlessness, there's feeling guilt, there's losing interest in things that you used to love, and there's suicidal thoughts. And I have, unfortunately, all of them, which I've won. But no, on a serious note, if you do know anyone that is suicidal, check in on your friends. Anyone with depression can look okay, and I'll put the suicide hotline here if anyone needs someone to talk to, or I'll put my Instagram handle, and if anyone wants to slide in my DMs non-sexually, because I am taken, with questions and concerns about, you know, their well-being, I'm happy to talk. And it really is something really serious. I know it's almost romanticized and kind of the it thing or something, whatever the kids are saying these days, to have like depression or anxiety or eating disorder, but it's not glamorous. It's hard, and it's teen angst shouldn't be popularized. Happy food dance.
Hi. Phoebe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Phoebe.
I'm all better now. I helped.
Girls, especially in this day of age where, because we see models, we compare ourselves, we compare our body image, and we have this body dysmorphia about how we're supposed to look and what we should look like and how far we are from that. And I mean, science shows that in body dysmorphia and eating disorders, girls or guys physically see themselves in a different body than they might actually be in. They might physically see themselves as much larger or much skinnier than they think they are, and in such negative lights. I mean, I myself don't exactly, I've never had anorexia or bulimia. I do have some body dysmorphia, because it was very hard for me to gain weight, and I always hated how skinny I looked. But since I've been on a new medication, I have been able to gain weight, and honestly, I like the chubbiness of my face now. I like how round it is. I don't mind when people tell me that they think that, or they can actually see my body changing and gaining weight, or that my thighs look bigger, because I've tried so hard. Alright, so we pretty much almost finished my noodles here. There's only like 4 or 5 pieces left of noodles, and this is done. So I thought we would just start wrapping up the video, just because, well, the footage already looks about 20 minutes long, so I gotta cut that down, cut out whatever we don't need, and just like we cut out all the toxic things that we don't need in our life, and toxic friendships, toxic relationships. Girl, you deserve the best. But one last thing I really wanted to stress was that depression, mental illness, anxiety looks different on everyone. There are a standard set of symptoms that you have to abide to, just a certain amount or a certain proportion of the total, but it looks different on everyone. It looks different on someone who's high functioning or low functioning, and you really have to work to try to see what works for you, even if it's medication. Medication doesn't always work for somebody. We have different DNA built, and our body accepts different kind of things, and it works better either through serotonin paths, epinephrine paths, I'll get back to that. But there is no single way of solving or curing a mental illness for everyone. I like, as much as you wish that if that was possible, medication and the medical field has not gone so far to being able to do that. People, different types of therapy work on different types of people. And there's absolutely no harm in just always being kind to people, even if you don't know if they have a mental illness, and even if they don't have a mental illness. Let's just be happy. I have so much anxiety around people arguing, people being sad, other people being sad, the guilt about making anyone else sad, making other people angry, and even I know I can't please everyone, and nobody should try to please everyone just because it's not damn possible. But yes, what we can do is just try our best. So let's end on a positive note, and it's about 5 now, and I think the sun is gonna start coming out soon. So I wish you all a good morning and good night and sweet dreams. Bye.